So I thought in this video I'd finally show you a bit about my flat and kind of what I've done with the place a little bit, and also kind of more importantly show you how I have decided to store some of my camera equipment as well. So I'm also using my selfie stick for the first time, so testing that out. This is my front door, so as you come through the front door into the living area, which, as I've said, if you saw my first video when I moved in, is open plan. So I have a TV stand, obviously, plants either side, speaker stands, I bought a turntable, which I absolutely love, little storage unit there, lamp, sofa bed. The sofa bed was the first thing I bought because that gave me somewhere to sit and somewhere to sleep when I first moved in. Coffee table, pile of bills on the coffee table, we'll just ignore them. Yeah, so that's that. Obviously still a few finishing touches, like I'm going to put a rug down there. I need more artwork on all of my walls really, but that's that. Kitchen was fine as it was, so I haven't really done anything to the kitchen other than I now have the luxury of a kettle and a toaster, so that's great as well. But yeah, other than that, the kitchen was fine as it was. I'm not going to show you the spare room yet because that's still a mess, still full of boxes and everything, so I have still got to sort that out, which I do want to do as quickly as I can because I am planning on hoping to rent that out on Airbnb from time to time, just to give me a bit more money as well. So yeah, I do want to sort that out as quickly as I can, but at the moment it's just full of boxes and the like. Also, just before I started filming this, my printed calendars arrived, so I might as well give you a look into this as well. So this is what my calendar is going to look like. They're all printed now, all just arrived literally 5 minutes before I started filming this video. I only printed a few because I didn't want to obviously print a whole load of them and then be stuck with a load, so I've only printed a limited amount, and I have sold a few in that time, but there are still some available. So if you'd like one, this is what they look like, and I'll put a link in the description if you want to buy one. So that's that. Just thought I might as well show you that since it's just arrived. But getting back to the flat, in here is my bedroom slash office, I suppose it is. So I've just freshly painted the walls, just natural white. If you saw my first video when I moved in, you may remember this back wall here was a very, very deep shade of purple, like the deepest shade of purple you've ever seen. So I'm actually quite pleased with how well it's covered it. And then this is a stand sit desk where I have my computer and everything. So that's electronic. So this is great. So it's standing at the moment, and then if you want to lower it, ooh. So that was from IKEA. That's so much better for my posture. That's the one. Yeah, in the past, when I was living in London, I was always hunched over with my laptop on my knee and just getting constant aches in my neck and my back, and it was really uncomfortable to work at, and it just, a lot of the time, it put me off doing work, or I couldn't work for long periods of time because my back and my neck just ached too much. Obviously I spend so much time at my computer, editing photos, editing videos, working on my website, writing my blog, and a whole load of different things like that. So it's important to have a good workspace, and so that sit stand desk is is perfect. And this stool as well. This stool is great to go with it. I hope this is interesting, by the way. But also, if you're kind of like, standing, I don't know how I'm going to show this, but you can kind of, because it's on kind of like a ball kind of thing, you can, oh dear, I don't know how I'm going to show this. You can kind of like, you know, lean on it, and basically the way it's designed that whatever position you're in, still your back is still straight and your posture is always remaining good. So yeah, I'm really happy with this setup. I didn't want one of those like really comfortable computer leather chair things that you see a lot of people get, because things with those seats, even with the good ones, is that when you're sat at a desk, they might be great when you're sat down and leaning back, but a lot of the times you end up like leaning forward onto the desk, like towards your keyboard or whatever, and so you still end up with a pretty bad posture really, even with the good seats, because you just end up leaning forward like that. So that setup for me is absolutely perfect. My posture is great. I have no more aches, and just working at that desk is just like enjoyable now, and I can sit or stand there and really focus. And so they're both from IKEA, so I definitely recommend a sit-stand desk. They're a bit more pricey than regular desks, but if you spend a lot of time working at your desk, it's definitely worth it. And then my beds, so much of what I've bought, like the desk, my bed, a lot of the furniture in the living room, it's all been flat pack stuff, and it has just been an absolute nightmare, especially the bed. The bed was an absolute nightmare for me to build. Something like a bed is really difficult. You kind of need two people really, just like one person just to hold things in place and keep things balanced. I was trying to do it by myself and it drove me crazy. Yeah, I got so frustrated with it because it was just so difficult keeping all the wooden beams balanced and level so that you could then screw them. So that drove me mad. If you ever wanted to see a different side of me, you just get me to build a bed. I'm so happy that's done now, and I'll show you the view out my window. I like having the desk here because I can look out the window, and yeah, well, it's beautiful, isn't it? I know it doesn't look much, but what I do like is, I mean, obviously it's better than just looking at a blank wall anyway. But I do like that sometimes there's ducks. I think you can see some ducks there. No, that's just rubbish. But sometimes there's ducks on that little river there. So I do like looking out onto the ducks. And that big structure there is the famous Dixon's chimney. Famous in Carlisle anyway. That's part of what used to be an old mill. Way back in the day, but they've obviously, it's not a working mill anymore, but they've always kept the chimney there just as part of Carlisle's history. So getting back into the living room, the main thing I kind of wanted to show you in this video was how I've decided to store all of my camera equipment. And I recently bought this ottoman. I just bought this from Wilkinson's. It was, you know, pretty cheap, but it's great because in a flat like this where you generally have limited storage space, it just gives me extra storage space, and this is where I keep all of my camera equipment now. So I got my drone in here, my drone is in there. I've got my tripod. I'll have to do a video where I talk more about this tripod as well, because this is a really fantastic tripod. I love this tripod. So I'll talk about that more in the future when I'm out and about taking photos. My camera inlay I often keep in here. If I'm using my backpack just as a regular backpack, then I'll often just take the camera inlay out and store it in here. This is just a cheap plastic storage box, but in here I keep like cleaning equipment, so things like my blower, all general kind of, so this is spray for like my monitors and things, so general cleaning stuff. My Gorilla Pod, another little tripod for my phone, and then I've also got all of my mounts for my Sony action camera. Loads more in there as well. So it's just really great having it organized like this. Like, I now know that all of my mounts for my Sony action camera are all here. So in the past, I just trying to find my different camera mounts for my Sony action cam used to drive me crazy as well, because I'd never know where they all were, and I'd spend ages throwing my room around trying to find the one that I wanted, and I'd find everyone but the one that I wanted. But now they're all organized, and that's just great. But the main things I wanted to show were these little pouches that I bought. So they come in three. Oh, I've got my filters there as well. So they came as a pack of three different sizes. They all came together, and so in this larger one, I bought these off Amazon, and they were only at the time that I bought them, they were like £27. And again, really worth it, and I definitely recommend these as well. So in this bigger one, I keep all my chargers for my different cameras, for my drone, just general USB. All of my chargers are there. So again, I also used to go crazy trying to find my different chargers all the time. Now I know they're all here. Anytime I want one, I know exactly where to go. A couple of batteries in there as well. So that's what I keep in the big one. And then in this slightly smaller one, I keep some of my different cameras. My Sony action camera. It's a little compact camera that I often take photos with if I just want something that I can fit in my pocket. My video camera would normally go here, but obviously I'm filming with it at the moment. I've got an external hard drive there as well, and then again there's more space for like cables and things if I want it. And then there's another one as well, and I haven't even got anything in this one. So I've actually got more space than what I need, but that's certainly not a bad thing. But again, I could keep like batteries in here, or all kinds of things really. You know, there's plenty of space even in this small one, if I can get in it one-handed. Even in this small one, there's still plenty of space. Like, I could fit another external hard drive in there if I wanted, you know, all sorts. And these are also great for traveling. You know, you could put these in your bag if you're going traveling, and they protect all your equipment. Really well padded. They protect against water and things as well. So it's a really simple solution, but I am so happy with it. It's a great way of keeping everything organized, and like I say, if I want to take the stuff somewhere as well, I can travel with it. It's just I'm very, very happy with it. So if you like what I used to be like and just have all your chargers and whatever else just dotted around all over the place and not knowing where things were, I would highly, highly recommend those. They're great. I'm so happy with them. And they're only £27 on Amazon, so I'll put a link below if anyone's interested in those. But me, myself, I'm so happy with them. And what's great about keeping everything in the ottoman like that as well is that if, you know, I've got like a load of friends around visiting or whatever, you know, if I've got several guests around all at once, it can also be used as an additional seat. Could easily fit 2 people if you had to sat on there, so it works as like an additional seat if I need it as well. And that is basically it. So I'm getting there. Obviously just a few finishing touches, put up a few pictures, but mainly sort out the spare bedroom. But yeah, that's it. So I'm quite happy with how it's coming along. And just speaking generally, just finally being in my own place now, like I can't tell you how good it feels and how happy I am now. Like I kind of feel like I'm slowly becoming like my old self again, which may sound silly, but for a long time, I don't know if it was just the fast-paced stress of London, or if it was just like the way my job ended up being, or I don't know what it was, but I just found I was a lot more like stressed than what I used to be. I used to be so laid back, so calm. I would never ever get angry at anyone, or I would never get agitated. And I found that more recently I was getting less patient, less tolerant towards people and stuff, and no, not like in a really bad way, but I just noticed that I wasn't quite as happy and laid back as I used to be. But now, being back home and having my own place and kind of just generally being happy with how things are going, yeah, I feel like I'm really getting to my old self again, and I'm very, very happy. And yeah, what can I say? So yeah, that's that. I hope you've enjoyed having a look around my place, and I hope it was interesting seeing how I store my equipment and things. Other than that, I do plan on like filming like a little tour of Carlisle, so you can kind of see Carlisle, like a little photography tour. I plan on going out and photographing some of the main sites in Carlisle, just to give you an idea of what Carlisle's like. So that should be quite a short video. No, I'm joking. There's a few interesting things here, 1 or 2. But the reason why I haven't done that yet is that the weather the past week or so has just been horrendous. So it's not really worth doing while the weather is so bad. So once the weather gets better, maybe next summer, who knows, I don't know. But when the weather does get up, I will do that soon, I promise, just to give you a little look around my home city. But other than that, that is it for now. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye. Wait, I forgot to show you my lighthouse. So I didn't show you the bathroom because it's the bathroom, it's not that interesting. But I just remembered I need to show you my lighthouse. So I don't know what it is, but I really like lighthouses for some reason, and I randomly saw that when I was in Dunell one day, and I just saw it and I was like, I've got to have that lighthouse. And it's a silly little thing, but that lighthouse makes me happy. I just remembered that. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.